Hello, I'm Ruth Marks, Chief Executive of WCVA, and it's my pleasure to introduce this short film that celebrates what the third sector has achieved using European funds to help people get jobs, training and a range of other specialist support. Back in 2006, WCVA decided to set up an innovative model to help third sector organisations work with people who are furthest away from the jobs market. We knew that we could make an important contribution to the ESF priority for increasing employment and tackling economic inactivity. The Engagement Gateway and ILM produced innovative work across the whole of Wales. They are distinct but complementary projects that work with people who are furthest away from the jobs market, providing training and specialised support to meet their needs. Together, these programmes have worked with over 450 organisations, creating nearly 900 projects, and have had a really significant impact. This is the power that the third sector has, working in partnership and making the best use of public funds.
My name is Joseph Heffey and I live in Rhyl. I was unemployed good 2-3 years and I finally ended up getting referred from a job centre to Rathbone, and that's how I ended up coming to the Taste Academy. I never thought that I would ever work in a kitchen, never crossed my mind. I loved it from the beginning. I just thought, I like this, I like the way this is going. My job in here now is a chef supervisor. I'm constantly learning and I'm passing my knowledge on to the other learners. It's like, it's out of this world, honestly. I just feel like I'm doing something really worthwhile, something that I do for the rest of my life, until I start my own business or retire. 5 years' time, who's to say where I could be at?
Tir Coed is a woodland charity. We were set up about 12 years ago, and our aim is to get local people involved in their local woodlands. We've had European funding to develop a programme primarily for young people who are not in employment, education or training. We teach them basic woodland management skills using hand tools, and we also teach them traditional woodcraft skills, so we're trying to preserve traditional crafts as well. The European funding has really been a lifesaver for us for the past 2 years. It's helped us to retain the valuable staff we have. They've got between them about 15 years experience of this kind of work, and to lose that would have been devastating. So the European funds has helped us to sustain that, and in fact has helped us to develop our work as well, because we have been able to introduce more mentoring time with our participants, which has made a huge difference.
My name is Hannah Torrington and I live in the Wallich. I became homeless at the age of 16. It was really hard, but it was better than where I was before. If I hadn't been here, I don't know where I'd be now. I might be still on the streets. I might be in jail, I might be dead if I hadn't come here. I've started on a programme called a peer mentoring programme. Each workbook is an accredited qualification. By the end of the course, we'd hopefully be able to mentor people to do the right things, make the right choices, help other people who have been in the same situation as us. Seeing the great work that the staff do here, I want to do something like that. I want to be able to help young people in a project like this. I just want to give something back. Have something to wake up and smile about in the morning.
Viability is a national award-winning social enterprise that was set up to make sure that every community in Wales has a thriving and financially stable football club at its heart that provides opportunities for young people, economically inactive people, to develop skills and broaden their horizons. As a result of doing the first Engagement Gateway project that we did, we then opened up the BTEC Football Industries. That's now an income stream in itself. So without that first Engagement Gateway, we wouldn't have been able to gone on to the other things that we have done, and I feel quite strongly about that.
I come out of the retail sector that I used to work in, and I was caring for my daughter as a single parent. My time was focused pretty much entirely on my daughter, which didn't do my social skills any good, nor your confidence in terms of starting a new career. I was given an interview with Gingerbread. There was an initial 2-week training period and then 3 months in a placement so that you could gain work experience, and the training would prepare people for going back into the world. My programme came to an end, and then there was a vacancy within Gingerbread, the organisation itself. They were looking for somebody to help people who were me 6 months previously, so to liaise with them through the training programme and then help them develop their CV skills and their interview skills and get them back into work following the end of their ILM programme. I always try to make an effort that I do spend good quality time with them, and being in work has made me value that a lot more.
Engagement Gateway opportunity was perfect for us because it was regionally based, and it gave us an opportunity to really target some of our groups in a very innovative way. So it's been very useful, and since it began in 2009, we've managed to help at least 600 young people through the Gateway, with programmes varying from getting to sport all the way through to cooking, food handling, and all those sorts of jobs that are vocationally focused. Well, I think the advantage with Engagement Gateway is it's one of those funding opportunities that you can not only use innovation, but it is flexible enough to allow us to meet some of what we think are the essential ingredients of an effective programme. So it allows us to mix those under 18s and over 18s. So I think that's a really important component that we found about the Engagement Gateway. It gives us the opportunity to run some of our proven programmes that are highly effective right the way across the United Kingdom in a very focused way in regions across Wales.
Our Get Into programmes with the Prince's Trust are designed really to give young people an opportunity to get into work. It actually puts young people in a position where they can interact with supervisors and managers who employ, and the partnership works really well because in most cases it's the delivery partner who would actually potentially be employing these young people at the end. Through European funding, we've been able to work with hundreds of young people this year, and we'd love to continue doing it because it really is changing young people's lives.
Roughly a year ago, I became homeless. I was working previously for that for a company called Admiral, sells car insurance. Obviously losing that job contributed to the fact that I lost my tenancy, became homeless, and I came to the YMCA for some support and ultimately somewhere to stay. It affected me in all sorts of different ways. It's not just the fact that you haven't got anywhere to stay, it just knocks every facet of your personality really. I was contacted by my support worker, and he mentioned the ILM scheme with a company called Kilk, which provides a 3-month placement, which is also paid. So obviously being in the hospital and homeless and jobless is a massive incentive for a start. I went to that, ended up at the prefab project. People can either come into the store and donate clothing, or they can do it to our clothing banks. It helped provide funding for the YMCA, so obviously they can continue doing the work that they need to do.
European funding has enabled us to engage with the Engagement Gateway project. And what this funding has meant is that young people coming in who are further from the labour market than the residents accessing our other projects, it means that those people we've been able to engage with who wouldn't normally take part in anything.
I'm quite an outgoing, confident person, and obviously for that to be just completely taken away from me, it was really quite difficult. But as I said, in just 1 year, I feel like me again now, and can't really put a price on that, can you?